Dallas Love, wind 110 at 5, ceiling 17,000, visibility 10. A lot of clouds. These should be over with when we're about halfway there. 991, roger. Well, we may need to divert before we get there then, just in case that weather doesn't get out of the way, so we'll let you know if we need to pick up an IFR. It looks like the ceiling kind of closed off up here. Roger.
I'm Josh, a flight instructor and a filmmaker with a passion for the sky, sharing it with those around me and using it to see our world from a new perspective. Flying can seem super complex, and I've made it my mission to showcase safe practices while sharing the beauty we behold on these adventures. This is Aviation 101.
0991, Addison Ground, clear to Hotel Yankee India Airport. Via on departure, fly runway heading, expect radar vectors, show for a 9er departure.
This is a situation that hopefully your superior flight planning will prevent. But sometimes forecasts just don't hold up like they said they would. If you fly enough, I feel like this has either already happened to you or it's going to happen to you. In this video, we're talking about the dreaded VFR over the top of a scattered layer that turns into a solid overcast layer. The weather actually looks pretty good for the route. I was thinking we might go IFR today, but going into Dallas Love, which is our destination for today, I would rather not go IFR if we can avoid it, because doing an arrival into the DFW area is going to take us quite a bit further out of our way, to the point that we will actually be cutting into what would be our IFR reserves if we were on an IFR flight plan. That's me conservatively speaking. I think we would be totally fine, and we'll look at it before we hop in the plane here in just a few minutes. We're going to go over weather one more time, make sure that the forecasts are indeed still showing VFR the whole route. We're going east, so according to the hemispherical rule, we'll be above 3,000 AGL, so we'll go up to 11,500 feet. Try to maximize our tailwind in the forecast. Leave it at full throttle and lean it for lean of peak. Get those CHTs down, get our fuel burn way down, and just really bring it back to an economy cruise. So,
Parking brake released, and lights as required.
Yep.
Pre-takeoff checklist complete. All right, you ready?
I am ready.
Lajitas traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is back taxiing runway 07. That will be a departure out to the northeast. Lajitas. Yeah, if we started the takeoff right there, we'd be leaving like 600 or 700 feet of good runway behind us. Lajitas traffic, Skyhawk 80991 departing runway 7. VFR departure to the northeast, Lajitas.
Seatbelts, windows, doors.
I'm ready.
Takeoff power set. Everything's in the green. Making rated power. Airspeed's alive. There's 50 and there's 1,000 footers. I'm gonna encourage. Lower the nose. Whew. It is hot.
Yep. A little bit high density
high.
altitude. About 5,200 feet.
We're climbing at about 200 feet a minute right now.
Well, we got room. There's Terlingua. We're looking right down the Terlingua Ranch runway.
Oh yeah.
You're on Amazon up here?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I need to see if my package just got delivered. It's parts to work on your damn plane, so I don't want to hear it.
Houston Center, Skyhawk, November 80991, 11,500.
Number 80991, Houston Center, welcome, Carroll County altimeter 3001.
3001, we're leveling off now, 80991.
in the latest feature-length movie here on Aviation 101, Chelsea and I flew out to West Texas to stay at Rio Bravo Ranch. And if you haven't seen it yet, I recommend you make some popcorn, fire up the big screen TV, and check out the hour-and-a-half-long film called Rio Bravo Ranch right here on the Aviation 101 channel. In this video, we're going to take a zoomed-in look at our flight from Lajitas to Dallas, Texas, where the cloud layer closed in underneath us.
Dallas Love, wind 110 at 5, ceiling 17,000, visibility 10. Temperature is 75, dew point 70, altimeter 29er, 8 density, altitude 1,900 feet. A lot of clouds. These should be over with when we're about halfway there. They'll start to break up. Well, as we move on, if it looks like there's going to be weather preventing us from getting into Dallas Lev for a bit, we could divert to Stephenville and land there and go get barbecue.
Southwest 1729, just got a stop for Love, clear 2 deep, hold as published, descend to maintain flight level 230.
Alright, direct deep, hold as published, 230, Southwest 25, or 1729.
Southwest 1729, you can expect further clearance, 1900.
1900, Southwest 1729.
It's decision time.
Yeah, where do you want to divert to?
I think maybe Stephenville,
Where is that?
ASCP. But I got an ask for an IFR.
Okay.
Is this all fine with you?
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting into Dallas. That stuff's probably going to be there for the remainder of the afternoon.
Really?
And then we'll have to do an evening flight into Lev.
1907250.
Not at night, but
So we have two problems here. The first and obvious issue, we're VFR over the top of a solid overcast layer. We will need to pick up an IFR clearance from ATC if we can't find a VFR window to get down. The second problem is what we just heard over the radio. The convective weather over Dallas is just now moving through the area, and that's going to prove to be an issue for us and a lot of other people in the airspace getting into Dallas Lev Field.
forward center, Skyhawk 80 at 90901 request.
90901, go ahead and do request.
80-901, looking at the ceilings up ahead, descending into Lev. We might need to put an IFR on request with you if that's possible.
Alright, 90901, right now they're not taking any love in right now.
901, roger. Well, we may need to divert before we get there then, just in case that weather doesn't get out of the way, so we'll let you know if we need to pick up an IFR. It looks like the ceiling kind of closed off up here.
Roger.
So they're not allowing anyone to land right now?
I guess they're not taking anybody in, like they closed up the flow.
They're off of Bravo, VFR out to your discretion.
Okay, so the controller denied our request for an IFR clearance into Lev due to a ground stop. We could stay VFR, hold our course, keep getting closer to Dallas, and we're not moving very fast, so it's likely that by the time we get close, the severe weather will have moved out of there and ATC will issue us an IFR clearance. I have a couple of issues with that though. One, we're already going to land at Lev with about an hour of fuel remaining. That's my personal limit. Now, assuming the weather is good enough to not need an alternate on the flight plan, we should be good, right? But if anything causes more of a delay, it'll be a nail biter on fuel reserves, especially if we have to shoot an approach in actual IMC. 2, if we wait until we're close to request a pop-up IFR into a Bravo airport, it's likely we're going to be vectored or sent to a far-out waypoint to begin an arrival, and that will further eat into our fuel reserves. Lastly, fatigue. It was a really early morning leaving the Rio Bravo Ranch. We have options underneath us, plenty of them, and especially because we're not on a tight schedule at this point to be anywhere, I'm down to get down. I'll admit I was slightly motivated by the fact that I know there's a killer barbecue place right next to this airport right here, but back to the flight.
It's decision time.
Yeah, where do you want to divert to?
I think maybe Stephenville. Forward center, Skyhawk 80 at 90901. I think we are going to go ahead and make the decision to divert, probably into Stephenville down here, if we can pick up an IFR to get down through this layer.
Star 80-90901, Roger, cleared to the Stephenville airport via direct, descend and maintain 6,000, regional altimeter, or Stephenville altimeter 3005.
Alright, 3005 clear to Stephenville direct down to 6,000, 80-90901, thanks. Alright, major change of plans.
Center American 1276, do you need a certain speed from us?
It's fine.
And publish to Boov, American 1276.
Requesting a pop-up IFR clearance is super straightforward, but I do always feel like a kid who's admitting he didn't do his homework when I have to ask for one. And I know that it adds work for an already busy controller to deal with on the fly. Josiah from Houston Center did leave a comment on one of my Instagram posts in response to the topic about pop-up IFR clearances, reassuring us pilots that that's what controllers are there for, it's not a burden, and we shouldn't feel bad requesting what we need from air traffic control. That's awesome feedback, and especially for new pilots or maybe pilots who aren't used to talking to air traffic control all the time. It can be intimidating to talk to this godlike orchestrating voice on the other side of the radio, especially when you have to ask for something. But at the end of the day, we're humans, and they're humans. A great way to practice talking to air traffic control and sort of take that nervous edge off of like, what do I say next? Or what if I request the wrong thing? Or what if I don't know what they just told me? Then one of our sponsors has the perfect app for you. It's called RSim, or Aviation Radio Simulator, by Plain English. It's a really awesome app. They have drills and modules that can run you through every possible scenario with air traffic control or talking on the radio. Even at pilot controlled fields, they have modules for that too. This is such a useful tool, especially if you're going after your instrument rating. You can use code AVIATION101 to get 10% off when you sign up at their website, plainenglishsim.com.
American 9793, and
Alright, C-Trax backs up right and locked. Seatbelt shuttle harnesses are fastened.
And just pick up the speeds at dark.
Fuel selectors on both. Carb heat, do you want to test
You don't
it?
need to worry about the expedite.
Alright, we'll descend via the Boove arrival, direct Boove.
Alright, ATIS, Stephenville, frequency.
American 2484, and you're cleared to the DFW airport via direct Ninja and the Stock 4 arrival. American 1276, contact regional approach 119.87.
Clark Field Municipal Airport.
1987.
Automated weather observation. 1810 Zulu. Weather. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Ceiling 3,200. Broken 4,100. Overcast. Temperature 27 Celsius. Dew point 20. Altimeter 3004. Remarks. Density altitude 2,900.
Visibility 10, 3,400. We'll break out.
Center 809901, how's the weather at Stephenville? We'll be looking for the visual.
Sorry, 809901, roger. Descend and maintain 4,000 and report Stephenville Airport in sight. And you said you had the weather NOTAM?
We do have the weather down to 4,000, 809901. We'll let you know when we see it. 4,000 is going to get us down to like 2,700 feet, which will be perfect. That should be 500 feet below the layer. Top 6,100.
Set Fort Worth, citation 608 Bravo Charlie, pick up IFR Gallup.
So those 19044 center, descend and maintain flight 220.
8 Bravo Charlie, 3637 and
1,000 to go.
3,000.
Hopefully we'll break out soon.
Squawk is 3627, 8 Bravo Charlie.
Oh, sorry about that, 3627.
Starting to see the ground.
Niner 1, you got the airport in sight?
Just about. We're starting to come out of the bottoms here. Probably at 4,000 we'll have a good side of it. We'll let you know.
Roger.
Center, good day, citation and center. Well, Whiskey, would you 260 for flight level 2?
So 4,000 is the lowest he's able to vector us, I believe, out here. But if we tell him we have the airport at sight, so he can clear us for the visual. Once we're cleared for the visual, we can go down even further. Airport at sight. The runway is perpendicular to us. Got Stephenville in sight, 809901.
809901, you said the airport in sight?
Yeah, airport in sight. We're well below the layer now. We can go ahead and cancel.
809901, roger. IFR cancel AC, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, good day.
Alright, VFR to advisory. Thanks for the help, 9901.
NR8 Bravo Charlie, just want to verify, cleared as a Gallup.
Alright, pattern altitude, or field elevation is 1,300, and it is left traffic for 14. So just let me know whenever you want the pre-landing checklist.
I'm good for it whenever. I'm going to meander out.
Stephenville traffic, Bonanza 1094 Whiskey, about 10 miles to the northeast, inbound for runway 14, Stephenville.
Stephenville traffic, Skyhawk 809901, Cessna 172, crossing over midfield now from west to east. We are at 3,800 descending. We're going to maneuver to the east of the field and join the left downwind 14. Full stop, Stephenville. We'll be looking out for that Bonanza.
Traffic at Stephenville, what are you seeing the ceiling at over there if you're at 3,800?
We were just IFR and we popped out probably about 4,200.
Thank you.
Stephenville traffic, Cessna 809901 is about half a mile to the east of the field. We're going to proceed eastbound, level off here at 3,000. We will, we'll give the Bonanza some space. We'll cut in behind you.
1094 Whiskey, thank you. We're about 5.5 miles out right now.
Roger that. We see you on ADSB. We're looking for you.
I don't see this oh, I see him.
Yeah, we just saw him at the same time. Stephenville traffic, Skyhawk 80991, 3,000 feet, about 3 miles to the southeast of the field. Maneuvering to enter a 45 left downwind, runway 14 will be a full stop, Stephenville. We're going to cut in behind the Bonanza. Went from sunny Big Bend to overcast North Texas. All right, brakes, pedal test, lights.
Yep.
Barrel minimums, we don't need them. Autopilot and flight director are off. Autopilot, or a mixture, set best power.
Yeah.
Carb heat.
Yep.
Fuel selector on both.
Confirmed.
VRF is 60 knots. Pre-landing checklist complete. Stephenville traffic, Skyhawk 80991, turning at left downwind 14, full stop, Stephenville.
Alright, I got them landing.
Okay, that is that Bonanza.
Stephenville traffic, Bonanza 1094, Whiskey, clear 14, Stephenville.
1002, 1003.
I heard a little kid talking. Stephenville traffic, Skyhawk 80991, turning left base 14, full stop, Stephenville.
Looking down final.
500.
Cleveland traffic, Warrior 8786 Charlie. Base for 15, Cleveland traffic.
They must have gotten some real flooding around here, jeez.
Get ready for a go around. Golly. Use the whole freaking runway. Well, that was a terrible landing.
This is on the mains. Stephenville traffic, Skyhawk 80991 is clear of runway 14, Stephenville.
For some thunderstorms to get out of the way.
Y'all from Dallas?
No, I'm originally from Austin, so I kind of knew this was a good place to be stuck for a few hours.
So I'm in Masters right now.
Awesome. I originally went to school for electrical engineering. One slice of wheat bread. We have spicy and regular barbecue sauce. A big fat slice of brisket. This is Chelsea's baked potato that's loaded with brisket. Some other things in there. These are 2 bacon and jalapeno wrapped pieces of shrimp, 3 pork ribs, and 1 bacon and jalapeno wrapped piece of chicken.
And?
Big bag of okra. We had our fill at Hard 8 Barbecue right next to the airport, put some gas in the plane, and prepared for a short IFR flight to Dallas Love Field. But this takeoff has a nasty surprise waiting for us, and we're going to dive into the details of exactly what happened in the next video. If you watched the feature-length Rio Bravo movie, you already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Rio Bravo Ranch movie on the channel here, not the John Wayne movie. Until next time, you know the drill. I want you to stay happy and healthy, stay current in your flying, but most importantly, stay proficient. We'll see you in the next video right here on Aviation 101. Fly safe.